Do both. Depends how big you want your glutes.
Yeah.
Because sideways your glute looks much rounder and fuller.
Figure out how to not flare the lat so much. I'm so used to flaring the lat, like very, very wide. Now obviously, I mean, it's not like they don't want the lat because it still does create a good shape, but they don't want it as much as what they've done in previous years. Like you'll see Issa in 2019, she had a huge lat spread thing. People started bringing out like massive lat spreads in bikini, like from their front pose. Even me, I did that where in 2020 I had a huge lat spread, and now they want it decreased. So I'm just trying to figure out how to do that, and it's hard because it's just habit for me to just spread. So I'm trying to rotate my shoulder kind of back and like slightly pin it back because I don't want to pin the shoulder back completely to hide it, but I just want it to be more relaxed. So here instead of here. Does that make sense? So. It is hard. It's hard to stop habits. So today it is check-in day, and you saw earlier kind of what I look like today. And sorry, I'm really tired today as always, but it's been a really, really good productive morning. I've done a lot of big investments today, which is always really exciting, obviously very scary on my end, but also very, very exciting. I've actually gone and hired myself a business coach. His name is Mark Coles, and I don't know if you guys maybe might know him if you're from the UK or based in the UK, but he has had a lot of big successes with a lot of big client names in the UK and stuff like that for helping with their businesses and grow their brand. And that's someone I just need at the moment, and that's something I really want to invest into. I will not lie, it was a huge investment investing into him because I've never spent that type of money on someone's services or anything like that before. But the only way that you're going to get better is to learn from others, invest, and actually make it a priority to just do more. So that's what I'm wanting to do, and I want to take the posing portal way further than what everyone thinks it can go to. I'm actually looking at like hiring people, all that type of thing, because the portal is literally getting so big. So that's something that I like find very exciting, very scary, but something that I've never obviously gone into. So I want to obviously make sure that I'm doing it properly, and I also want to have someone there as like my person where I can just bounce ideas off of. I always think it's really important to make sure that you have that person just so you can kind of like, because sometimes I just want to kind of like talk and like say all my ideas, even if they're stupid. I just want to give someone my ideas that are in my head. They can kind of be like, okay, let's process this, and then we can go from there. So that's something I'm really, really excited in investing into, and obviously show you along the way and all that type of stuff. But I'm going to the gym now. It is a leg day for me today, I think so. We actually had a very, very big drop this week. So check-in was very good this morning. We've actually dropped 1.1 kilos since Thursday. Today is Monday, and I don't know how I've dropped that much, if I'm honest, and that's like an overall 1.3 kg drop in total from Monday to Monday. So I'm like, how has that happened? And generally this weekend I've had so much recovery time. I took the last 2 days off of training and cardio fully. I have 2 rest days anyway, but I just put them back to back because honestly, not gonna lie, my body was absolutely exhausted. So I put them back to back. So I had them on Saturday and then yesterday, which was Sunday. So I haven't done anything for the last 2 days, and my body feels so refreshed from it. And we also went out on Saturday evening for a girls' night, just kind of chilling, relaxing, all that type of thing, and it was so nice. And generally I think because I let go of that stress and anxiety and all that type of thing about work, I kind of have let go of all of that weight that I was probably holding on to from all the stress, the cortisol, all that type of thing. So I feel so much better. So it's really, really makes a massive difference with your environment, how much you're dealing with your stress and all that type of thing. So I've really made sure like now, okay, you have to make sure that you don't get worked up, get overstressed, because it's not going to do well for your body at all for prep. So, and also I've been stressed because I don't think I've said that, but Max is not here at the moment. He's been away for the last like week or so, and it's not like it's a bad thing, and it's not like I can't live without him, but it's obviously weird just being at home by myself. So now I know how he feels when I leave for like 5.5 weeks at a time. But that's pretty much it. But after the gym, I'm actually going to pick up a new camera, upgrading the YouTube game, because I want to obviously make sure I'm getting all the best content for you guys. So I am going to be changing quality of the camera in about 3, 2, 1, and change. Is that any different with the quality? I don't know. I hope it is, because I've just spent a lot on this kind of like new camera setup, and I've just got a Canon. I'm used to having a Sony. I've had a Sony this whole time. Like even when back in the day when I had like my small little compact camera, it was always a Sony. A lot of people have suggested for me, if I want to set up like a good YouTube setup, to get a Canon, and that's what I've got. I know a lot of people, I put it on my Instagram, have already asked. I've got the Canon RP EOS or something like that, and then I've got the 15 to 35 millimeter lens as well, because I know a lot of people was going to ask. So this is the new setup. I hope y'all like it. So today is a very, very busy day. It's International Day for the Posing Portal. So on Wednesdays and Sundays, well, I'll work later in the evening to get all my American clients in, people that are like across the other side of the world in. So that's always really exciting. So that's what I've got going on today. Pretty standard normal day. Very excited because Max is coming back today. And it's really weird because like Max never goes from me, I always go from him. He's never been away from me, and it's really weird. He's been away for 10 days now, and I'm like, okay, come back now. This stuff, Colonel Seasonings, chili and lime. When I went to America in May, I brought like 4 tubs back, and I've rediscovered like just having this on everything. Like I used to have this on my egg, my chicken, every single meal, any savory meal, I was like obsessed with it. So this stuff is what I have all the time. Second thing I'm absolutely obsessed with, and I don't know if this is a thing in the UK or the US, I think it might be just a Dubai thing. Comment down below if you've seen these anywhere, because I haven't seen them anywhere in the US. I put them on my story multiple times and people are like, I've never seen that before. It's Lipton iced tea, but sugar free. So obviously you can get sugar-free iced tea in like Lidl's, so that's fine, but the Lipton one, have you seen this before? I've never seen this before. So, and it's my favorite thing at the moment. So I'm obsessed with these two because prep life, I love all the flavors. Anything flavorful is like my best friend, not gonna lie. And there we have it, ladies and gents. The most basic meal you will ever see. So it's literally just chicken, mixed veg, a load of seasoning, and I'm gonna put a load of ketchup on it as well. And then I'm gonna have it with this. And that's what you call a rest day meal.
1 hour later.
One of my favorite preps to watch has always been Chris Bumstead, or YouTubes to watch is always Chris Bumstead. I don't know why, he's just really, I just like his workouts. I like his mentality of stuff, because a lot of people always ask like, well, who's your favorite YouTuber? Generally I would say Chris Bumstead. And Nick Dompierre. If you're like craving food and you get a kick out of watching people eat food, he's really good. He does a load of challenges all the time, or like not even challenges, but just 4 days of eating. It's really good to watch. So I love that. I wanted to show you some because I'm just about to do, oh, the shoulders are looking good in this. I'm liking this camera. I need to learn to look here versus here now. So I have to look at the lens versus the camera screen thing is over here. I need to look here. So I want to show you something, and it's from Dubai, and I don't even know if anywhere else has this. It's called InstaShop. I don't know if the US has it. The UK definitely doesn't have it. Where you can literally just go on restaurants, supermarkets, pharmacies, shops, cosmetics, electronics, everything, and get it literally sent to your house within 70 minutes. When I run out of things like eggs or ketchup for this fact, I will order it just on InstaShop, which is so lazy of me because I could just literally go down to the shop, like literally down the corner, and just get it there. But it's just so convenient, and it's crazy what you get in Dubai and stuff like that. So I'm gonna order some more eggs, some ketchup, actually, to be fair, I might actually order a few other things because Max is coming home tomorrow, so he needs food as well. I just wanted to literally get some more eggs, peppers, some chicken, and some ketchup, and that is what it looks like. So, and then you just press order now, and I can say leave it at the door because I might have a posing session, and done. And it will be with you within 60 minutes. Like, what? Like, what is life? It's just mad. I think it's mad. So that was literally the only point I wanted to talk to you. I'll ask them to leave it outside, and that is what I get. So this is the shop from InstaShop. Literally not even an hour, like 40 minutes. It's madness. Right, let's get this over and done with. 7th of September, returning on the 20th of November. We're all booked. We're all booked. What are we booked for? Going to the US. So I will explain in this video what I'm doing after the Arnolds, because a lot of people have asked, like, are you doing just the Arnolds? What are you doing after? And I actually have a big plan for the next few months, and it's kind of scaring me and worrying me loads because, like, it's a lot, but we're going with it. So first plan of action is on the 7th of September, we will be going back to Vegas to see Adam. If I'm honest, I've said this in my video before, I'm looking a lot leaner than I am in person versus in photos, and I really don't feel like I can display that on videos, photos, anything like that to Adam. And because this is the biggest show that I've ever done, it being in Arnold's, I want to make sure that I'm bringing my absolute best. So I'm gonna go to the US for 2 weeks prior to going to the Arnold's. So I'll be going to Vegas for 2 weeks on the 7th of September, flying to the UK, then coming back to Dubai for 2 weeks only before I go back to the US to do a big run of American shows, which I'm really, really excited for. So that is the plan for this year. The reason I'm going back and forth so many times is obviously because of the pandemic situation. Because I've entered the UK, you have to be out of the UK for 2 weeks to be able to go to the US and all that type of stuff. So that's why I'm coming back to Dubai for 2 weeks before then going to the US. So it's gonna be a hectic journey. Like, that's why I'm so worried for it, because it's gonna be absolutely mental. But it wouldn't be worth it if it wasn't mental. So I'm really, really excited for it, to be fair. I've now just booked flights, so it's official. I'm going to Vegas on the 7th of September. Whoop whoop. So doing that, and then need to book the rest of my flights before they get too expensive. Because they're not actually that expensive at the moment, I think. Because I've obviously traveled a lot to and from America before, and they're not too bad at the moment. So I'm like, I don't want to leave it to the last minute and then the prices rocket up. So booking that today, and yeah. Guess who's back?
Me.
Did you have a fun time away?
Yes.
Yes.
Kind of.
This is how I have to turn the aircon on in the morning. This is really hard doing it with the camera as well. There we go.
Hey Phoebe, how you doing? Sorry for the noise. I am in Tahoe at the Tahoe show, like in a restaurant. But I am really, really happy to see this progress this week. Killer progress. Looking at your overall progress, you lost 1.1 kilogram, which is crazy. Like one of the best weeks you've had since you started, so this is great. Here's a couple things that happened. One, you had 2 days off. The 2 days off, you're gonna have a lot less inflammation and a lot less water retention. So some of that's that, and some of that might be from the spike of the calories. So definitely an interesting week. I think that with this week being so good, obviously it was like your best week. We need to keep those in there because we can get that data back. Honestly, from the back, your shape is really getting there. I mean, we need a little bit more in the time and glutes, but dang, that's crazy.
I was showing him a picture of me 2 weeks out, or like a few days, actually no, it wasn't even 2 weeks out, it was a few days out compared to now. And obviously the difference is humongous. I don't know if you can see that like massively. So like you can see on the left, I think, that is me a few days out, and then obviously the right is me now. So the difference is actually crazy, like it's mental. So I think that's why he's like, oh my God, you were so little then.
Your legs look a lot better too.
Yeah.
It's weird that your hamstrings are like fuller now.
He's saying that my hamstrings on the left side for me a few days out, it looks like almost like striated, which to be fair, looking back at them now, they do. They look a little bit more striated versus like fuller and conditioned. And he's saying obviously what I'm looking like now, especially at like what, 7, just under 8 weeks out, my hamstrings are still good amount of detail, but they're not striated, they're full, which is really, really good. So that's what a typical check-in, sorry, I'm like sat on the side of the sofa for some reason. That's what kind of a typical check-in response is like from Adam. So he'll go through kind of like the detail of everything. And what I like to do sometimes is show him like different photos. Like for example, I showed him obviously photos of what I was like a few days out versus now, for him to kind of like remember what I used to look like and stuff like that, because I think it's good to show your coach and remind them and be like, look, this is the progress we've made, all that type of thing. So that is my check-in. We don't want to change anything. We did actually increase my carbs last week anyway because my energy was really, really lagging. So we increased carbs and I still dropped a significant amount. Most likely the inflammation from the cardio that I was doing and stuff has decreased. That's why I probably dropped and stuff as well. So I'm interested to see when I check in on Thursday whether I'll be down again or will be the same or down or anything like that. So it'll be interesting. It's always, I love working with Adam because it's always very interesting to see how my body responds, and he makes me look at things in a different way as well, which is good. So also a few people have asked like, am I still with Adam? And I'm like, yes, because like I don't know who else I would go to. So yeah, I am still coached by Team Elite Physique and I would literally go nowhere else. So anyway, that is what I got for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching as always. I have just recently also posted a new series called Ask an IFBB Pro, and it got a really, really good response, which I'm really happy with. So if you are wanting to see more from that series, let me know. I'm gonna try and be posting every week with that series, and then also every week with this series. So I've got 2 series on the go right now. I'm absolutely on it. So I am really wanting to invest into YouTube and make sure that I am, you know, giving you the content that you guys deserve. So let me know in the comment section down below if you liked the Ask an IFBB Pro series, and if you have any questions, because I'm making a big list of all the questions that I can kind of answer within that series. So let me know if you have any questions down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you guys so much, and I will see you soon.